Heyo, Age here, and welcome back to my Civilization 6 Phoenicia playthrough. Today I am looking to terraform my empire into a cultural heart of the whole world. After editing the last video, I saw some adjustments that I can make to my current layout of empire, so let me just restructure it a little bit and I will run through the end result. So the main adjustments I have made is I decided to replan my national parks. First of all, I am going to put a national park in here despite two amenities from Temple of Artemis that this city is getting, and the reason why is because national park itself is providing two amenities which equals it out, plus they do provide one extra amenity to four closest cities in the civilization. So if I take away two amenities from Temple of Artemis, I still gain two amenities for this city and one extra amenity for the closest cities that I have. On top of that, I planned an extra national park around this area, so it will have 3 potentially national parks in total. Now, I am not entirely sure about this one because it does have Volin's rainforest in here, which screws appeal to certain extent, but if I'm able to fix it, I should be fine. And also the same applies with a seaside resort in here. I don't know if I can raise that appeal because that encampment completely screws the appeal in here, so maybe I will pass on a seaside resort here, but maybe, just maybe, if I research the Eiffel Tower, which gives +2 appeal across my civilization, maybe that is gonna be enough to justify a seaside resort in here. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I want to reassign Pingala to the capital, because my capital is gonna have most of great works. I do have Apadana in here, I do have extra great work in the palace, in the city. I am currently building Hermitage, and maybe I could get Bolshoi Theater, but now that I'm thinking about it, let me check if anybody else is building this wonder. No, at least nobody that I have covered. And at the same time, I can check Bolshoi Theater. Nobody is building that. That could potentially give me a couple of extra great work slots. And with Curator, 100% tourism from great works of art, music, and writing in the city. So Pingala is gonna give more bonuses to the cities that have more great works. That's just basic math. So if I'm able to plug as many great works as the city can fill with extra great work slots from various wonders, I'm just gonna get more tourism. One of the priorities I want to do is I want to terraform this part first. I want lumber mills everywhere because the city is not gonna have any national parks, it's not gonna have seaside resorts, so I do not particularly care about appeal in this city, but I do care about this city's production because I want to make an Eiffel Tower in here. And national parks as well as seaside resorts, they provide tourism to their appeal. And since Eiffel Tower is giving me +2 appeal on all the tiles, it's absolutely must have wonder for me in this case, especially without having a high faith output, which would allow me to buy a good amount of rock bands. Rock bands will be coming later, but for now this is what I'm focusing on. So let's start terraforming. Chop, plant woods, make a camp, pop great work,
the human race
work.
No one starts a war.
It seems like I have gotten myself into a dark age. First thing I wanna check is if any of my cities falling in loyalty. It doesn't look like they do. So I don't really care about being in a dark age as much. I could get a military academy in here. Let's see what else would I like to do. Let's check the great people. because some great people are providing a decent amount of tourism. Let me check what was previously recruited. Nothing particularly exciting. So I think you're gonna finish the military academy, and let's check our Dark Age dedication. +3 error score each time I discover a new continent or natural wonder. Well, that's not gonna work for me because I have most of the map uncovered. Reform the coinage. I have a lot of trade routes, so this one makes sense. +1 error score for each industrial or later building constructed. I don't know how many buildings I'm gonna construct. I'm mainly focusing on building builders right now. Although I am going to buy a lot of radios, so maybe this could be the thing, but I think that the most sense comes from reform the coinage due to the sheer amount of traders I have, so I'm gonna go with it. And there is a caravel. First, let's pillage this barbarian camp. Get destroyed. You chop the wet tile. You make forest. Another forest. And it seems like I am able to place my first national park. There's my sweet error score. Let's remove the pin. Let's buy ourselves another naturalist, because I want a national park in this territory as well. Unimproved bananas. You keep building a railroad. Another forest, please. Keep planting woods everywhere. Now that I have a decent amount of work slots, let's check what can I actually group. So I have the books in Tyre, and where is my Tyre museum? I don't see an art museum in Tyre. Do I even have it? Or should I buy it? Yes, I should buy it. Now, Tyre Museum, let's locate it. It is here, and let's see if I can theme it. I have a couple of religious arts. Maybe I could do religious theming. These are the same artists, and these are... wait. That's a theming. Okay, so I'm still missing a couple of great works, and the way theming works is basically I have to take the great works of the same type. For example, religious works, but all three of religious works have to come from different artists, and then the museum is considered to be themed and provides more bonuses. But for now, I still have a couple of religious works being established in Utica, so for a couple of turns I'm not able to move them, but after they are done I should have a themed religious museum in Tyre, so that's what I'm gonna be looking for. Now let's keep improving my land with the builders that I have and my railroads. Plant the forest. Culture bombs, don't care. Production towards buildings. AI is gonna probably vote city center, that's what usually happens. Diplo victory points, I don't care. I don't think anyone is close to diplomatic victory just yet. Ludwig gets 2 diplomatic points. Just in case, let me check the world rankings for diplomatic victory. Ludwig has 9 points, but he's still relatively far away, so I'm not concerned about that. I think I'm gonna be able to win before that becomes an issue. Now, I have dealt with the barbarians on this side, and I wanna send my ironclad towards Skythia to check out if that settler that I have seen is still there. Plant the forest. Let's buy another naturalist in the capital. You have made builders, and what I would like you to build. You could get that water park for extra amenities and in future some extra tourism, or you could make me builders. I think let's go with a little bit more builders. I know that I'm building a lot of them already. I just want to get this place over with. All of these parks, everything. You need to repair that Gothon. More woods. All these tiles owned by this city, so I can establish another national park in here. I should remind myself that I will need a governor title, and it seems that with the next technology that I'm researching, I will just get one. So the reason I'm doing that is because there are golden ages that will have dedications which allow cities with governors that have national parks have increased tourism. Since at this point I think I will be chaining golden ages no matter what, either through national parks or through great people, buildings, whatever. So I think I will start establishing more governors, or at least I will be looking to establish governors to the cities that will have national parks. The bananas. We're gonna improve that mine because you have Ruhr Valley, and Ruhr Valley provides one extra production on the mine, so having a forest there doesn't really make sense.
Never criticize a rifle. The effect of the mass media is not to elicit belief, but to maintain the apparatus.
There is a Broadway, and maybe I could build it, but I'm not sure for now. I will be just leaving that to the capital, and I will keep this builder in here for now because there's a potential to make a national park in here. However, I don't know if I will do that just yet. First, I want to establish the national parks that I have already planned in my empire, and the leftovers I will look after later. It would take you 77 turns to build Broadway, so you're definitely not doing that. I do have a decent amount of gold accumulated. I will buy you a museum, I will buy you a Ferris wheel, I will buy you an aquarium, and you should get yourself a builder because you have tiles to improve. You need a forest in here. Now, are all of my trade routes going towards all the neighbors that I have? So I have Mongolia, Norway, I have Germany, Babylon, Scythia, and Zulu. I don't have any trade routes to Korea, so I should look to send a trade route towards Korea. Jinju, good. Keep making railroad. Got the rainforest. Let's form a privateer fleet for some era score, and I will appoint Moksha to Utica. Let's get an extra artifact. Sure, I will get Dido. Doesn't matter too much. I have a new settler, but I am not too confident settling near Korea yet. I mean, this place should be alright loyalty-wise, right? I only have a few pop cities and the loyalty pressure is going around this place. So let's occupy that territory. Now, if I'm gonna plant a national park here, I need to remove a lumber mill. And I would like to place a lumber mill in here. This tile should be chopped, and here I should plant woods. Continue building railroads with my engineers. Now this one can improve this road. Chop this rainforest. Another national park. Beautiful. Although appeal is not the highest, I still need to remove this rainforest, although I cannot do anything about the aqueduct just yet. But maybe the Eiffel Tower that is coming in 3 turns will make the difference. I need to unimprove that, and I will need another naturalist. You could actually get me a Broadway in 19 turns. But I think I will wait. Let's check if anyone is building Broadway. I think I am leading in culture by a good amount. I am almost double of Ludwig, who is second in the culture. So I should be coming to Broadway first, and he shouldn't be able to place it just yet. Given that, I don't have full vision on all of his cities. Now, Crystal Redentor is increasing the tourism from relics and holy sites, but I don't have all that many of them, so I'm not gonna invest into that just yet. I think I'm gonna make another military engineer, and I should be looking to buy myself more great works across the board. Now, where are my other works part? Let's just start by buying more books, I think. Go to the deals, sell my tobacco. Let's purchase extra amenities, sure. And I would like to buy great works, so writing. Nobody else wants to sell me writing. Let's check portraits. How about landscapes? And religious? Nothing. Okay, so most of the great work seems to be on Ludwig in Germany, and he hates my guts, probably because I'm his competitor. But regardless, I still need some strategic resources because my coal is coming to an end, and I will absolutely buy that from Shaka, so that I could keep making these sweet railroads. Now, I do have 5,000 gold in the bank, and I'm making over 1,000 gold per turn. I could make something out of this city, but maybe I will just make a water park because eventually that is gonna provide tourism and it's gonna increase the adjacency of this theater square as well. The rest of the buildings I can easily just buy. Because this city especially doesn't really have all that many tiles that I would want to replace. The forests here are for appeal, and maybe with Eiffel Tower I will be able to place a seaside resort in here. If not, I can replace it with maybe a campus or some other district. But for now I want to keep the flat tiles for seaside resorts and hilly tiles for the forests, as this is my win condition. Getting more science or more faith is just secondary thing that I need. You will need Renaissance walls, and I don't want to place a district in here because I could put a national park in here. I think it's gonna have a pretty good appeal, so you just make me Renaissance walls that are gonna give me free tourism extra from this city. Now, these cities also are not gonna go into the districts too much, although the argument could be made for a theater square, but I'm not gonna concern myself with that now. Now, with that in mind, if I would place a national park in here with 2 seaside resorts, I still would have 1 tile in here to place a district. So would I want to get a theater square in here? Or would I rather have extra appeal? I think maybe I could actually start building a theater square in here. Maybe that makes sense because that would give me tourists. And with my faith generation, I don't know how many of national parks I can in fact place. And you have a decent amount of production. You have your shipyard, so you can place that theater square, and you don't need any walls, do you? No. So I can forget about you. Now this builder needs to harvest the bananas. I'm getting a hermitage in 4 turns, and I do have a little bit of faith. Let's remove the theater. Keep moving with your railroad. You place woods, and so do you.
There are 3 things extremely hard.
I have researched the Eiffel Tower, and instead of holy site prayers, please start building it. But first I have builder in place, so Might as... Actually, I'm not gonna bother. I just want Eiffel Tower here yesterday. Let's do this. I will get ideology in 2 turns. With ideology, I will get some extra adjacencies, which is not bad, but I will also have to research capitalism. However, I think I will 1 turn opera and ballet. Now, in terms of next technology, radio is absolutely necessary for me because it unlocks those seaside resorts I've been talking about. I will buy you a lighthouse, I will buy you a shipyard, and you make yourself a builder. Now, this city isn't growing anymore, which isn't good because I would like the city to have an airdrome to eliminate Muscat and Volin, because this city absolutely destroys my appeal with his mines and his encampments and his rainforests. I would prefer it didn't exist. So the same goes for Kabul, with his mines. These could be beautiful seaside resorts, but instead you're giving me this. Screw you, Kabul. I'm gonna research radio in 4 turns, so I will keep this builder in here to start immediately slamming down those seaside resorts. And I wanted to have national park in here, and I absolutely will. There comes my national park. Let's check my tourism. So far, most of the tourists are coming from Apadana, a little bit from Colosseum. That's gonna change soon with the national parks. Now, I need this unimproved as well. You're gonna get into the position. All the tiles belong to you? Yes, they do. This is rainforest and I don't want it. You will destroy that rainforest. You place a mine. Maybe I can set you to work food. Doesn't really help you, does it? Oh well. Stole some gold. Always feels good. Here is a 5-charge builder. And my naturalist should be able to make a national park. Let's do it. Absolutely magnificent. Now I need a few lumber mills around here to improve the production of the city. Let me check if this city can build a Broadway. There are a couple of tiles where that would make sense, and I think Bolshoi Theater have the same limitations as Broadway. Flat land adjacent to a theater square. Yes, so I potentially could have both of these. Now, let's keep looking if anyone is building any of that. Nothing that I can see yet, and Broadway, nobody's building that either, which is great. You make me a builder. I wanna, since I'm building some more wonders, I would maybe like to plug in the card that is giving me production towards wonders, as I already built a lot of builders. I think I have enough to terraform the rest of my land, and 50% production towards wonders would help out this city to pump out hopefully both Bolshoi Theater and Broadway. And while I am at this, I would like to check Sydney's Opera House. Where is it? Sydney Opera House must be built on the coast adjacent to land and the harbor district, so this city cannot have that. Some other city is gonna have to take over. Let's not get greedy. I need to plant woods in here. I have 700 faith. How much my next naturalist? My next naturalist is 1000 faith. I'm making 71 per turn, so I still need to wait a couple of turns to get that. Let's chop the rainforest. I can keep the bananas, although this is gonna be a Broadway slot, isn't it? I think it will. Well, anyway, we'll see about that. Why are you in my way? Sure, let's put railroad in here then. And I want this city to put in more forest. Now, can I build any more districts in here? Not really, so there is no point in keeping this style. Plant woods for a lumber mill, more production. Let's destroy the mine. Chop this rainforest. This builder is kind of done, so plant the forest for me. You have a promotion and you can steal technologies, or I will pick up the ace driver. If caught on a mission, have a much higher chance to escape. That gives me +2 era score. Settle this city. You need woods. You need a lumber mill. Let's improve your horses. You may see I will need a forest in here. For all I know, this could be a national park. Potentially, but low priority because I don't have enough faith just yet. However, planting these woods, I want to chop the old woods because both give production, and newly planted woods great, as far as I recall, more appeal in the surrounding tiles, so these could be potentially free seaside resort tiles. Is this tundra? No, it's plains and it's not hills, so potentially this could be a seaside resort as well, if I surround this city with more woods. So I think I'm gonna be looking to do just that. You start by building harbor, and I will buy you monument and housing.
Museums are on the front lines of the fight for culture, of good with evil. In any case, of the fight against platitudes and primitiveness.
Very nice.
Slowly, ideas lead to ideology.
Let's change the policies. Economic union, give me a lot of production, giving me a lot of gold. Now, I don't need extra builder charges for now. I would prefer to have production towards wonders. Now, this city should be... Where could I place Casa de Contratación? It's 14 turns, so maybe it's worth it for 3 governor titles. And I do have a decent amount of cities on our continent, I think. At least 3, 4, 5, and there will be another one in here. I mean, I could do that. But instead I should be looking to build Broadway. I think I shouldn't be wasting any time in here. Now, you could chop this for most value and place the Broadway. Still 24 turns. 27 for the Eiffel Tower. Kind of low on production still, but there's not much I can do about it. So, I think the city is gonna still keep making builders. Got a lot of production. Now I have another settler in here. So I think I'm gonna settle... I don't want to settle the tundra. I prefer to settle this place, I think. Plant woods in here. I have seaside resorts coming in 2 turns. And are all my trade routes in check? Yes, they are. Let's go back to the Babylon then. Yes, I haven't finished this railroad. Now it's done. Let's put a lumber mill in here, and I need 2 more lumber mills in this territory. This city is going back towards Cahokia, it just makes sense. For more gold, and I will buy all the radios, or whatever it's called, for the money. What is called broadcast centers. Yes, I will buy those for gold, so I don't have to hard build them in the cities that are already preoccupied. I have two great people that want to come into my empire, which I appreciate. I do not, however, have any music work slots, any spots for those, but I do have some spots for the arts that I cannot theme. Let's theme the entire art museum first. And now, could I theme something else? El Greco. Yes, I could theme Tolstaya. So for now, I think I will just move these great works of art into Hermitage because it's gonna give me through Pingala just simply more tourism. Let's send our musician towards Coliseum until it will have an available spot to put his great works into. You go to another city.
Dreams.
Start pumping out those great works of art. Let's put a lumber mill in here. Let's chop this. Lumber mill.
A world without radio is a death.
Finally, I got myself my radio and I have my seaside resorts. That's an extra era score. The first thing I want to do is buy a broadcast center in this place. And Skidia, could you move your Cuirassier army? It's intervening with my plans. But for time being, since the Cuirassier army is being an asshole, I will probably buy broadcast center in this location as well and the position first work of music in Ugarit. I also have builders in location to start improving the seaside resorts. And they are providing tourism equal to their gold output. So this one is making 5 tourists per turn, this one is making 4. Absolutely amazing. And I am exploding in tourism. At least I will be in a couple of turns, especially when I will research more techs like computers that are gonna give me a 25% tourism boost, as well as environmentalism is gonna give me 25% more. Now I would like to check other great people. I think I'm gonna recruit this engineer. It allows me to build more districts that my city, whichever city I'm gonna activate him in, allows me to put, which will allow me to get airport in Beiruta. I have another seaside resort in here, and I would like you to get to Beiruta. Also, alliances I'm pretty sure last longer than open borders, so I would like to see if I have open borders with Korea. Yes, I do. And what about Ludwig? Ludwig, do we have open borders? No. Could you please give me your open borders? Yes, he will. Now, do you have great works? Yes, he does. Wanna sell that? He does. Let's take everything he has and see how much gold he wants for that. 62 golds per turn. 93. What if I will take more of your books? 156. 252. Absolutely. You don't want to sell that relic? Don't sell that relic. I'm fine with that, but I am gonna take absolutely everything else from you, my guy. Let's buy another broadcast center. And in terms of technology, the next thing I would like to unlock is computers for the 25% extra tourism and the flood barriers so that my coastals, which I have aplenty, wouldn't sink. Now that I am gonna be doing that, I also will need a decent amount of military engineers, because military engineers can spend charges to build those flood barriers faster. You need this style to be with forests. You need the seaside resort.
Like some magistrate.
Rate me a great work. I would like to plant another seaside resort in here. I do have enough faith to buy myself another naturalist. And this is the national park that I would like to build. You do have a builder. Actually, I do have a builder. That's gonna improve this forest, and you gonna get your ass right there. Park it and make it into a national park. Let's get another lumber mill, although I think I'm gonna destroy it by placing down an airplane in here. I mean, airfield. I have a music slot in Utica. Another seaside resort. I don't like that barbarian. Let's get my privateer armada into the position. And I think this is a pretty good place to end the episode here. We have another wonder coming out. We have doubled essentially our tourism per turn. We have Eiffel Tower coming as well. We have our national parks planned. And I think that we are gonna win this game, a culture victory, in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Thanks you guys very much for watching. One love, I'm out.